Well, here in Chiang Rai, we've left Hoi Hin, got here last night, fairly late, or late-ish, 9 o'clock or so, and ventured out this morning, and I had been making some adjustments to the settings on my camera. It hasn't panned out well. I made a video this morning explaining some things to you guys, and now I'm going to redo it. The exposure settings were wrong. One of the good things about being out of the city is, and I noticed this at Hoi Hin, I forgot to comment on it, is the lack of people blowing their horns on their scooters or cars constantly. I think in Vietnam it must be a unwritten rule that you have to blow your horn at least every 20 seconds, or else maybe you get some sort of fine, I don't know. Bangkok's not much better, but out here, Chiang Rai, this is pretty good. A lot less intrusive noise. Hello. Dim Sim. Okay. I'm gonna get some of them. Back soon. Got myself a bag of dim sims and some lettuce. Some chicken. Barbecue chicken on a stick. Sausages. Crumb sausages. Everything. This should be nice. Now I've got to find a place to sit down and eat. Alright, ourselves a seat. I thought they were going to be hot, but they're not. They're no, just not hot at all, as in temperature wise. Very nice. Soy sauce on it. Goes well. My mistake. Never mind. Well, actually, it wasn't my mistake. I got them from some guy off the internet. But anyway, my fault for listening. So what I was talking about this morning was banking, because that's what I set out to do this morning, was to go and get some cash, because my hotel only accepts payments in cash, no card. So I had to go and withdraw some money from an ATM, which I finally found, and I've got to keep checking my phone. I don't know where I'm going. So I wanted to tell you about a couple of little tips that will help you out if you decide to do some travelling. You know, whether it just be for a month or for a year, it's going to save you some money. First thing, excuse me, I'll just check this. ATM fees. Well, your card, first of all. Choose your card carefully. Reason being is because ATMs usually, not always, usually charge you a fee for getting money out. So this morning I withdrew 5,000 Thai baht to pay for the hotel, and there was a charge of 220 baht, which is almost 10 Australian dollars. So it's quite a bit. So what I did, when I used to travel, I had a Citibank card and that had no fees on it whatsoever. You just put your card in and it just wouldn't charge you a fee. Checking my phone again. So if it did charge you a fee, you'd get refunded. Citibank got bought out by National Australia Bank, so they shut that down. Fair enough. So before I started travelling again, I hunted around. I did a lot of research on the internet. Found out the best deal going. One of the reasons being is my friend Mark, when we were in Vietnam, he had to pay his hotel a little over 6 million dong, and they didn't accept card, so he had to get cash. Went to an ATM, and the ATM would only give him 2 million dong at a time, so he had to do it 3 times, and it was €8 per time to get money out. So that's 24 euros just to access your own cash. Now his card, I'm not 100% sure which one it is, but he doesn't get any refunds whatsoever, so he has to wear that. And if you're doing that on a regular basis, that it adds up pretty quick. If you have to pay for your accommodation once a week or twice a week, then you're going to be paying that, because, well, you don't want to be walking around with a huge wad of cash in your pocket. So the safest place to have it is obviously in the bank. But when it costs you, wow, check that out. Seems to be all made of metal. At least the dome part on the front is, anyway. Very futuristic. I wonder what it is. Some sort of church? No. My Place, My Par Club. PAR Club. Don't know. Wow, strange looking building. Yeah, so when you're doing that all the time, it's going to add up very quickly, and it's going to cost you a lot of money, and it's something you can avoid. So I did my research in Australia. Best bank that I found, best card, was a Bank West one. They have 0 transaction fees on whatever you buy or whatever you withdraw. Even that's for international. Even so when you get charged by the ATM, which you probably will, this morning cost me 220 to get it out, I will get that back. They'll refund that back to me in a couple of days. It'll just appear back in my account. So that's very useful thing to do. It will save you plenty of money in the long run. The other thing you got to watch out for is the ATM conversion fees. Don't fall for it. Now I've got to check where we are. Oops. Good thing I checked, because I've got to go up here. The ATM conversion fees, they're just a rip-off. They give you a bad rate, and there's also a fee, I believe, built into that. So not only are you getting a bad rate, but you're paying them to basically steal money from you as well. So when it comes up on the machine, would you like for us to do the conversion into Thai baht, from Australian money or from US, whatever you are, just no, do not accept. You still get your money the same way, but you're not going to be paying that fee. Nice little restaurant there. Little restaurants tucked away all over the place. Yeah, and in the long run, that's going to save you money as well. So there's just a couple of things to be wary of. Another thing I did back when I was in Bangkok the first time. I found out when I was in Bangkok. When I was in Bali, someone skimmed my card and spent nearly 800 Australian dollars in Kenya, of all places. Now, my bank immediately put a halt to my card. Where am I now? Straight. Right and left. So my bank immediately blocked my card. So then I was stuck. I do have 2 emergency cards. One of them is a credit card, so I don't like using that. The other one I do have cash in, but that's with a bank that charges me outrageous fees every time you make a transaction. So I didn't really want to use that one either. I did, but I didn't want to. But necessity, you do what you got to do. What I've done this time is, so I've got my Bank West card. I just opened another separate another account linked to my same account. So they send me out a completely different card with a completely different PIN number, and if something happens with my first one and they block it, then I can still transfer money from my main account onto my new card, and that way you're not going to be caught out having to use a card with extraordinarily high either interest rates or withdrawal fees built in. So anyway, that is my advice to all you guys. Works for me. I'm not saying that you'll be able to find a bank in your country that has 0 transaction fees. I don't know whether I'm just lucky in Australia, but it really is worth your while to at least investigate. Save yourself some dollars. Use those dollars on yourself for travelling. Shout yourself a nice meal once a month. Nice little banana plantation in the middle of the city. And now that I've come the back way, back to the hotel, I'm going to miss the shop that I wanted to stop at. The beer shop. I wanted to buy a beer because it is hot enough. It's chickens. It is hot enough, and I've been walking around for a few hours now. I think I deserve a beer very soon. I might have to go out a bit later. Alright, but for now, I'm going to go back to my hotel, download this onto the computer, and then reformat this phone. because, or factory reset it at least, because every time I turn it off and turn it back on, it wants to go into the pre-saved settings that I had it on before, which are totally useless. So it's already caught me out about 3 or 4 times today, making it very difficult to make a video. Am I still going the right way? Oh yes, nearly there. What's this guy doing? Chopping off banana leaves. I wonder what they do with the banana leaves. I wouldn't have a clue. Anyway, tomorrow I'm going to go and grab myself a scooter. We'll venture out into the surrounds, because I believe there's a couple of very nice places to go and see. And I've got a few things to tell you about Chiang Rai. So come back for it tomorrow if you like. Alright, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like it. Hit that thumbs up button. It really helps me out. See you next time. Bye bye.